Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts 2. So in the last part we started heading through this particular world, which is the Timeless River. Fuck, I always forget the title. And we started heading through these different areas where we've got to basically destroy all the Heartless within a certain time frame. In this one we've got to defeat the Heartless while defending the furniture. It's not particularly hard, this one. It's just as long as you keep going for the Heartless. They're quite weak. They're these little flying fuckers. They're not particularly tough. And I think this is the shit. There we go. Dead. I think this is the last one as well before. I do love Mickey's design here. It's so classic and awesome. And we've finally got another cutscene to look at.
Listen well. On the other side of this portal, they're about to begin construction on that wretched castle.
Yeah, so basically,
their treasured cornerstone of light lies
so basically, Maleficent wants Pete to head through this door, and go capture the Cornerstone of Light, which is going to actually be built into the design, built into Disney Castle. Defeat that. If you can do that, then that will mean that the Cornerstone of Light will disappear in the modern day, so that she can take over that castle and do evil stuff, I guess. It's not really mentioned really what she plans to do. It's just like she doesn't have a castle at the moment, so she wants a castle. So yeah, so I don't really understand what her eventual plan is. It's just go into there and destroy the get in there, destroy the Cornerstone of Light, and take over Disney Castle. But there's no real reason for it. But then again, she's even worse in Kingdom Hearts 3, to be honest. Because in 2, she's kind of pointless in this game. Like, she doesn't really have much of a reason to exist in this game's plot. But she's even fucking worse in 3, where she basically shows up a few times and then that's it. Something else I kind of like about this world is that they have like kind of an old school. Is that the audio sounds kind of gritty and like old school 1930s, 40s kind of black and white cartoon, which I kind of like. It's really cool. Although doesn't really look like you. It's kind of interesting to see both of their design in the next part. We're going to see old Pete and modern Pete, like their designs back to back, and they look so fucking different. So yeah, we're done here. So now what we need to do is we need to head to the waterway, and we need to stop modern Pete from taking the Cornerstone of Light and taking old school Pete's boat. What a piece of shit. Just fucking knocked his block off. Okay, so now we've got a bit... Don't pat your butt at me. So basically now we've got a bunch of different... We've got some things to do. We've got a time limit. Basically we just have to hit the things back at him. And then that will knock him unconscious. And then he'll come closer to the shore. There you go. And then we've just got to jump up, hit that, and just keep whacking and try and break the cage that's holding the Cornerstone of Light. But there is a reaction command that you have to do in order to stay on if you get knocked off, then you have to deal with the Heartless, which makes it more difficult. Yeah, so once the Heartless are dealt with, you can get back on and you start whacking this thing again. You could probably get a good couple of combos in. And then you have to press the triangle. Ooh. Yeah, so you just have to press the triangle to kind of hang on. I don't think we'll do it in one cycle. But we might do. So hold on. And then... Ah, no, he's thrown us off. So we almost did it in one cycle. It's pretty easy. Once you know what you're doing. Fuck you. There we go. Like I said, this is a pretty easy boss. But it's kind of, I do find it kind of fun. It's something different anyway. Yeah, so another thing I would say is try to stay around here if you can. Makes it easier. We've got Dodge Slash, which is useful. Goofy's maximum HP is increased, and Donald's learned Fantasia, which is a move I don't think I've ever used. But I think from what I remember, it's a what I've heard, it's a pretty powerful move. I just haven't equipped it yet because I don't have the AP on Donald to be able to equip it yet. So I'll have to wait. Won't see that for a while.
Donald, we'll come back for it later.
And he's running off.
Keep heading for the doorway.
So yeah, now we need to finish off our mission, because our mission was also to find the entrance where Pete came in and shut it and close it for good. But we got some stuff to open first. AP boost. Nice. Yeah, I did cut there. There's not a lot a ridiculously huge amount of stuff to collect in this world, but it is quite a short area, to be honest. I mean, this has been done pretty much in 2 parts, so yeah, it's not particularly long. But I guess that makes sense considering it's like Disney Castle and this are kind of 2 mini worlds kind of stuck together to make one big world, which is kind of, it's a nice idea. I don't mind it. Shit. So yeah, now we're teaming up with Classic Pete to take on Modern Pete. I have to find it. Thank God I don't have to talk about this for much longer. But yeah, Pete is a pretty easy... As in his previous encounter, he's pretty comfortable. But I will say I prefer this boss fight to his first encounter, the first encounter you have with him. He has a few more attacks that he can label at you, and he also has a bit of a gimmick, which is kind of cool, which I actually really enjoy, which is this. I just love that picture, it's so good. And he takes you to the various areas that you went through earlier. So and has like the older, you know, and has some of the enemies and some of the, what's the word, obstructions that were in that world as well, which is kind of cool. Pete can be a bit of a classic Pete can be a bit of a hindrance here because he's trying to attack the bad guys, but he basically just doesn't think. He keeps trying to attack you, so you can get caught up in his attacks as well. But yeah, I think you go through all 4 areas. Yeah, this is me just being like, you know, fuck this shit. Let's just try and get as many hits as we can. And you have a reaction command where you kind of throw... Pete turns into a giant ball and you kind of throw him at Pete. That was a weird sentence. But yeah, it's pretty comfortable as a boss fight. Pete has a few more attacks, but nothing really. You shouldn't have too many problems with him. Although you wouldn't know it from looking at my footage here. I'm getting my ass handed to me. Ah, shit. Right, keep going, Tom. There you go. Ah, fucking hell. Fucking hell. I get knocked back so fucking much in this. I got knocked back so fucking much here. The thing is, though, he doesn't really cause that much damage, though, to you. This is probably the most annoying area. But you don't have a time limit, so it's not the end of the world. But it's just the bouncing thing. Yeah, I think I try to use magic here at this point, just because it's so fucking irritating. Yeah, but there we go. Yeah, this area is by far the most irritating to fight Pete on. Just because he keeps bouncing up. Keeps acting like a prick. Yeah. I also don't like the fact that it seems to just be hanging in the middle of nowhere, if you know what I mean. It should have been attached to the construction site, like it was in the original, in the earlier section. There you go. Fuck you. We now learn Reflect, Goofy Tornado, which is a pretty useful move as well. But Reflect is really useful. As the name would suggest, you basically reflect magic attacks and also physical strikes to not only defend yourself, but to cause them a bit of damage as well, which is pretty good. I don't really use it because I don't really block, though, either. So yeah, there you go. And I hate the fact that the audio is desynced. I apologise once more. But here we go. Finally, our mission is done. We've locked away the door once and for all so that Pete can never use it ever again. Meaning the Cornerstone is perfectly safe now. That's our mission done.
Who was that creep anyways?
Hello? That creep was you from the future. Sora, that's a secret.
Yeah, Goofy's like...
What kind of secret? Oh, never mind. Sorry I put you
Yeah,
guys
Sora was
through
a
all that
complete and
trouble.
utter fucking moron there. Plus, he says it's a matter of fact as well, it's you from the future, as if he would come to that conclusion.
My deckhand Mickey's late anyways.
And that's a reference to Steamboat Willie, which I think was the first cartoon that featured Mickey Mouse and Pete as well. And this is just so well animated, and there's Mickey chilling out on the back of the boat. I really like that scene. It's so interesting. Uses the effect of restoration items used in the field by 50%. So that's pretty useful. I don't really use it though. I think I stuck it on with what's the name of it? With one of the abilities, with one of the limit transformations. Get in there, you piece of shit. It's time to finish this job. And that's the end of Timeless River. It's I think also this is the... I'm pretty sure this is the only world that you only visit once. Every other world you at least visit twice. Apart from, I guess, Undertaker Wood, you don't visit more than once.
By George, the lads have accomplished
Um,
the mission.
But I guess it depends on how you do it. You can do you can do that visit, do all the 100 Acre Wood in one visit, or you can do it in like multiple visits when you just happen to get the torn pages.
Thank you so much for all you've done.
Good work, you guys.
Now, boys, I hope you didn't do anything.
Can we have money?
reckless while you were there.
I want money. I think I deserve a little something for helping you out, Minnie. And we know how much Disney makes. You've got Marvel and Star Wars. You can afford to pay us. And I think this is the first time that Donald's meets up with it's the first time Donald meets with Daisy since the start of Kingdom Hearts 1.
Donald, you forgot about our date again. You'd better have a good excuse this time.
He was trying to save the world, Daisy. I think it's a fairly good excuse. Damn audio. No, don't look at me, man. Don't look at Sora.
Donald?
Just be a minute.
Going somewhere?
I trust that.
Donald!
Which means yes. Kind of a cute scene, I guess. Not really needed. The Cornerstone of Light was the keyhole all along. I guess kind of obvious when you think about it. And that's another keyhole sealed. How nice. It's another world done. See that? Seal that keyhole, Sora.
Daisy, we need Donald for just a little longer.
How much longer?
Well...
A lot longer.
Don't you worry, Queen Millie.
Well, that was resolved quickly.
Please tell the king that we're still looking for him.
I will.
See you soon.
Think wisely.
Does that make sense, think wisely? I guess it does. But yeah, Disney Castle. There we go. I think that's the end of Disney Castle. And we get the Wisdom Form. The Wisdom Form is kind of cool. It's basically you basically slide along on kind of ice skates, in an ice skates kind of motion. And you basically can shoot loads of stuff. Shoot energy bolts at enemies. It's pretty fun to use. But anyway, we've got the next couple of worlds unlocked. We have Atlantica open. Atlantica. As well as Agrabah and the Pirates of the Caribbean world. So, but yeah, that's going to be it for this part. I think next part we are doing Atlantica. Fuck. But anyway, I'll see you in the next part for one of the most dull, boring, pain in the ass, bullshit parts of the game, Atlantica. So see you next time for the next part of Kingdom Hearts 2. See you next time.